San Diego Comic-Con is in a little bit of trouble at the moment. Marvel dropped out. Netflix dropped out. Amazon dropped out. HBO Max dropped out. Basically, every big, exciting studio that had something to present that us geeks and nerds were looking forward to, they're not going to be there. But the one shining glimmer of hope that Comic-Con could still be awesome was James Gunn's DCU. DC at that moment had not dropped out. They were going to be the only game in town. They had the whole place in their hands to do something awesome with. Well, it looks like that glimmer of hope has faded because James Gunn has said he's not going to San Diego Comic-Con. Here's what Deadline or Superhero what's this site called again? The superherohype.com had to say. In a recent reply to a fan on Instagram, Gunn was asked whether or not he would be attending San Diego Comic-Con 2023. The filmmaker and co-CEO of DC Studios replied that he wouldn't be there this year, but did say he would probably be there next year. The news came as a variety of large companies all prepare to skip San Diego Comic-Con's infamous Hall H. Last month, it was reported that Marvel Studios, Netflix, Sony, HBO, and Universal would all not be hosting their usual large showcase due to the ongoing writer's strike in Hollywood, as well as the impending possibility of an actors' strike happening. So there you have it, guys. No Marvel, no James Gunn, no DC. Comic-Con just feels officially shot to me. Now, am I saddened by this? Yes. Yes, I am. Because Comic-Con's always been a fun weekend. Like, even if you don't get to go, they always release some kind of fun news. A trailer comes out. Something always happens at Comic-Con that lights the geek sphere up and lights up Twitter, and it's just a fun time. But this year, it looks like Hall H is going to be empty. It looks like no one's going. And I can see why this is happening. And I'm not too surprised. I'm not as surprised as I would have been last week because they dropped Superman and Lois's casting in the in the articles, because that would have been their big explosion. That would have been the talk of the town. Is James Gunn coming out on stage and saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, you're Superman, you're Lois." As soon as they released the news of who was playing Superman and who was playing Lois in the articles, in the trades, I kind of lost hope of Comic-Con. I kind of figured, yeah, they're not gonna do anything big there. Now, they still could have done some stuff. We still had the Batman Part 2. They could have talked a little bit about that. They could have talked about the Joker Part 2. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's wrapped. They probably have something that they could show. And maybe Warner Brothers will go. Maybe Warner Brothers will show something. I don't know if they were in the list or not. But yeah, this is kind of depressing. But it also makes sense when you look at the writer's strike and you look at the impending actors' strike, because the actors, they're not on strike. They have extended their negotiations all the way to July 12th, but you don't necessarily want to pay and book actors to come out to Hall H if you're not guaranteed that they're going to be able to make it to Hall H by July 20th. If they're on strike, they're on strike. They ain't coming, and there's not much you can do about that. And then you got the writer's strike. And James Gunn's DCU, yeah, there are things that still have yet to be written. If they don't have anything written down for The Authority, for Swamp Thing, there's nothing to show. So in the one sense, I'm bummed because this was going to be DC's Comic-Con. This was going to be their show, and now it's not. But on the other hand, I can see why it's not. All the reasons as to why James Gunn is not going, why DC is not going to Comic-Con, they all make sense. As well with all these other companies. The reasons why they're all skipping make sense. It's just a bummer because it kind of feels like this is going to be a very lackluster San Diego Comic-Con 2023. But maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe this Comic-Con will actually be awesome. Maybe some stuff will drop from other people. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But what do you guys think of this? Are you guys bummed? Are you guys disappointed that James Gunn is not going to be taking the stage at Hall H at Comic-Con? Were you looking forward to it? Comment down below. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions about this, guys. And without further ado, let's see what you guys are saying about this.